Hi, this is Sarah from sarayip.com, Facebook The Numbers Queen, and Instagram sarayip1111 with your May 2023 forecast. Whoa, I told you the year would go fast, and it has. It's just been vroom. Now, you may have experienced a slight slowdown. That would be partly the Mercury retrograde and also just the universe showing us some compassion. So what can you expect? Well, let's find out. Now, I'll be reading a little bit. So thanks for understanding. If you enjoy this, right below, you can put 333 say it for some extra good luck and blessings. So we are in 2023. That is a 7 universal year of crown chakra healing, finding your crown, your halo, and your holiness again, knowing that you are good enough or God enough on a daily basis. You don't have to earn it or buy it. It is May, so 7 plus 5 is 12 or 3. So it's a 3 universal month. This is all about the solar plexus. This is the solar plexus shine from Elephant Harmonics. So just like the sound, it's all about locating your hope again, turning the lights on. It's about courage, inner and outer child healing, having a go, getting out there. Now, I've definitely felt that coming very strongly the last few days. Yesterday, we went to Byron Bay Lighthouse, which is well worth a visit. If you come to Australia, make sure you see me too. And my little 2-year-old Ziggy, or should we call him Super Zig, actually ran down 330 steps from the lighthouse to the beach. I'll have to post a photo on socials. And then he's run back up again, 163 stairs. And then only after almost 500 stairs did he sort of lie down on all fours and start crawling. And of course, at that very precise moment, when I'm standing over him going, come on, you can do it, a couple came around the corner and they're like, oh, you know, that's pretty strong, tough training you're doing there. And I was thinking, gosh, if you could have just seen him. So yeah, children are a ball of surprises. That's why they're so fantastic to be around. And you may find actually that a lot of children visit you or contact you this month. It is a time for these new children to receive some support. They're probably also feeling the chaotic energies of the planet. What else is the theme for May? So it's a time for quirky solutions, things you had never thought about or never thought you could do, may be your only option actually this year, and that's not a bad thing. It's always good to stay fresh. So it's all about the plan Z at the moment. It's going to be a lot of honesty, especially with Mercury still retrograde for another 8 days. Group shifts. 3 is about doing things together rather than separated. And also a lot of people are experiencing a strong desire to speak up. And I have to admit, my voice has been affected by doing a lot of that recently. It's interesting because when you say, you know, speaking up for change, change is another word for money. And so it could well be asking for what you're due, or just even encouraging people to believe in themselves more, things like that. So with Mercury still retrograde, you'll be getting probably very vivid dreams, premonitions, deja vu, people coming back from the past. Your technology might be having little hissy fits. It's always good to thank it. It does work. 7 energy in general is about miracles and mayhem. You've probably had quite a lot of those this year already. You can only just look at the news and it's pretty obvious no one's feeling stable right now except perhaps those of us who do predictions. And it's not that we feel smug at all, but there's a sense that this has been coming for a long time. Just remember, we are in a 7 universal year. All the signs were there in 2017. And I know personally, I started this business with the readings to step out of fundraising because I knew the world was changing, and someone as sensitive as me would never have children in a normal 9-to-5 environment. I simply wouldn't have had the energy for it, and actually I couldn't fall pregnant at that time. So yeah, I created myself a business, which is the reason I'm talking to you. And we're finding a lot of people actually coming in wanting to start businesses or like support that kind of community or grassroots sector. And well, you know, as they say, the only security is growth. It's 111, which is for me always a great sign for small business, starting small but making a huge difference. What else is on here? Let's see. So 7 is the Chariot, and this is very much about riding the waves of energy this year. 12 is the Hanged Man, and I haven't been organized to pull the cards today. Oh no, fail. It's okay. I can deal with it. But the Hanged Man is basically a guy hanging from a tree, not in a fatal way, but actually in a calm way, almost as like a circus person. And it's very much about just taking the time to examine all perspectives, not jumping to conclusions. And for me, that's a very positive energy for this month. Good time for study. You might want to really focus on people who've actually done it multiple times in terms of they've blazed trails, rather than people who have just finished their course, just read a book, or know someone who's done it. I say this with a little bit of humor because I've just really been coming up against this in the healing and psychic fields. And it's not that people are bad or good, because in the end, spirit is very clever at matching people for the lessons and opportunities. But you can certainly help yourself by doing research before you see someone, not just word of mouth. Look them up on Google, watch some videos, even you might like to give them a call or email, and just notice if they are consistent, because that is for me, number one thing to look for in someone who you're going to be opening your heart and energy to. You want someone who is willing to keep showing up and keep improving themselves, because that way there can be a long-term connection which will help you to get through the ups and downs of life. Now, it's going to be very interesting in July. That will be a universal 5 month. I expect there to be a lot of sort of explosive revelations, a lot of people just taking off. There has been a lot of travel this year, as we know. Oh, what else? Just basing it off the readings I'm doing. Obviously, financial stress is the thing. Interest rate rises in Australia, all that kind of stuff. The last 6 months or 9 months, I've been working with mainly real estate investors, so I'm feeling it. Here's my suggestion. Confront the sticky topics. People who understand you, who support you, they're okay. You know, if you don't always have the right words, or it takes you a while to get it out, it can actually bring you closer to be open and vulnerable with those people. It's about sharing the load right now. It's true. It feels like a lot is being taken away from us. But at the same time, this is an opportunity to bring forth our inner resources, to learn to heal ourselves, prosper ourselves, go back to ancient ways where we actually know the people who live next door to us and help them with their salt and pepper and chickens. So just remember, money is a movement of energy. If it's not happening for you, move your energy. This is not always about running around like a headless chicken. It might be. If you've been very sluggish, it might be good to go for a very brisk walk or 500-step ziggy hike. But it could be something else. You know, if you're finding that actually your head has just got the same ideas and concepts, it's time to shift the energy up there. You might just take a day to read a book. You might have a really wonderful long conversation with someone and just empty it out. A journal, meditation. You might find, go through your house, clear up some things that have been stale for a long time. All these things do jog our financial energy. It's hard to explain why, but I suppose I always believe the universe is witnessing us and it's always willing to meet us halfway. When we say we want change, another word for money, we have to actually show a level of initiative and willingness. What else is coming through? So make sure you also celebrate in this 3 month. It can seem a bit dramatic. Remember that the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. I can attest to that, having done numerology and palmistry for a while. Totally make rookie errors, but I own it and I use them as teaching resources. Oops, excuse me. I love how that just happened. Remember, it can take lifetimes to learn some lessons, and that's okay. There's a lot of honor in creating a sustainable, body-friendly business or life. Yes, people may mock you. You may have to deal with some FOMO. But I tell you what, give it a few years, And it will be JOMO, joy of it missing out. And those people will be coming to you for readings. I can say that's definitely what's happened to me. So, and I say that with a little cheeky grin because, of course, I still need help too. Okay, a couple of other things. I am launching 1111 World Changes Round 2 in June. All things going well. If you have a spiritual business to bring public, you need high-level support, I will put the link below. It's a very small program, and we do have some people coming over from round 1. So do contact me soon if you're interested. And if you have, thank you also for your patience while I get through all the inquiries. So in terms of what I can offer you, I have run a successful psychic practice since 2007, 2008. I've helped about 5,000 people, paid clients, thousands more unpaid or volunteer or exchange. I've done a lot with the media. I've done a lot with the industry. I've always set out to raise the bar and make it more friendly for people who are neurodiverse, who are sensitive, who have families, because these people have a lot to offer, even though conventional society often excludes them. So this training includes guest speakers, incredible guest speakers, people who I have known who are in the spotlight, who have done it multiple times and blazed a trail, who won't waste your time. I teach psychic techniques like numerology, energy clearing, all these important things to know, especially if you're doing something where you're against the odds or there's a lot of critics. There's group calls, there's one-on-ones with me. I guess the reason I do this program, partly because I just love when people follow through on their dreams. It's because about 65% of small businesses fail within 10 years. And I would say that is a lot higher for people who are mums or people who are doing it on their own, people who have trauma, healers. And I think that's sad. I want to do something to change that. And it is just a small program. I mean, I have maybe up to a dozen people, but I love it. They seem to love it. You can read the testimonials. And I feel like, it still makes a difference because it's just, even in the night sky, one star can get you out of bed at night. You know what I mean? It's okay to be small. I have a little motto I say to myself: bigger is not always better. Better is better. So together we can rise to beat the odds. That's 1111 in a nutshell. It's about collective creativity. Who's in the spotlight this month? Okay, well, firstly, 2023 is huge for sevens. I've had so many sevens come in. I think like Monday I had 3 sevens and a few more sevens. I do love them. They ask fabulous questions. I often have to send them a follow-up email with links. So yeah, if you've got a lot of sevens in your numerology, big year for you. Or if you see 777, also huge. In May, if you have a 3 life path, there's this kind of secondary spotlight on you. Also, if you see 333, any of the other 3 combinations like 1212, I'd say also if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, that's been popping up for me a lot. That's often when you have the idea and you actually know what to do, but you're procrastinating. So that's my little tip for you. So winding this up, let's see, key dates. One of them has passed, but hopefully you had a fantastic day. So the 4th of May was Star Wars Day. You can look up my article for that. Lots of 11s and 33s in that. Beautiful little blog there. The 5th and 6th, pretty much now. Full moon, lunar eclipse. I'm sure you're feeling it. Your kids are probably awake and jumping around. This is actually a good time to meet people, especially people who, have always been supportive or from the past. And that's with the Mercury retrograde energy. So Mercury will go direct on the 14th. Then we have 19th, 20th, we have a new moon solar eclipse. So lots of eclipses at the moment. If you want to know more astrology, probably follow someone like Tiani Talks or Vanessa Montgomery. I'm a numerologist, so they're not quite the same. It's a bit like Chinese, Japanese. But I do know that eclipses bring a lot of sudden revelations, and they can result in some really fantastic opportunities. So keep your eyes peeled. If you've enjoyed this forecast, remember, write below, like the post, come and study with me. My next Patreon community call is on the 20th, and that will be on chakras and cash flow, very relevant topic. You can also buy one of my class replays. You can come for a reading. It's all online at sarayip.com. Thank you so much for your support. I really enjoy all your messages and your comments and all the good vibes. It really makes a difference. I hope you have the most amazing May. I hope that this forecast gives you a little bit of what we call the X factor for success. And just remember, 1111 World Changes is open and it's starting in a month. So look forward to hearing from you. More world-shaking energy. That's okay. I'm fine with creating change, even if it's just wobbling my computer. All right. Good luck, everyone. See you next time. Bye.